By the careful overlapping of transparent design elements, we can create more colors, more shapes, and more meaning. You can use transparency in a conceptual way to convey the nature of the business or its values. Here are two approaches to working with transparency. I'm going to start with type, press Command or Control T to bring up my character panel, and then come to my touch type tool. I want to rotate and overlap these letters. I'll convert the type to outlines and ungroup. One by one, select the letters and apply colors to them. Select all 4 letters, come to the transparency panel and choose multiply. Now actually, I'm going to go a step further than that because I don't want to rely upon a blending mode to achieve these colors. It's going to be unpredictable, and I also want a bit more control over what colors I'm getting in the areas of overlap. So I'm going to duplicate that, just holding down Option or Alt and dragging away from it, and I'll rasterize the copy. Back to my swatches panel, I'll now use my eyedropper tool to sample those overlap colors. And I'll add them to my swatches panel as global colors, which I can then edit. I can now delete that rasterized copy. On my outlined letters, I'll restore the blending mode to normal, and then come and get my live paint bucket. I'll come and choose these colors, click to make a live paint group, and apply these colors in those overlap areas. Now the reason I've made it live paint is because it's live. So if I decide I need to move these letters around, you'll see that the interaction remains in place. I realize that these colors are not quite what I want, so I can now come and edit them. And let's say I want something like that. Let's turn on my preview, and you can see that that's going to update in place. So that was the touch type tool, creating outlines, ungrouping, applying the colors, experimenting with the multiply blend mode, but not actually going there, segmenting the letters using live paint, and then filling in the different segments with separate colors. Now let's come to this example. I'm just going to move over to the left and look at the finished version. This is where we're going with this. And as before, I don't want to use transparency for the same reason, but rather apply separate colors to the overlapping segments. So I'll select those 3 overlapping circles, come and get my live paint. And I'm now going to use this color group, click to make a live paint group. So we want the red to actually go there, and the blue to go there, and the green will go there. And then in the middle, we want it to be black. But we also want a heart to replace that inner segment. In order for this to work, I need to spin this through 180 degrees. And I'm now going to just come to my symbols panel where I have a heart already. This heart comes from the web icons. There it is. So I could just drag that out right there. I can break the link to it with my direct selection tool. I can delete the inner shape, and there I have my heart. I'll now just put that into position and scale it accordingly.